Good morning, I'm Mortimer, Heal Yourself Happy, and welcome to my kitchen. It's a Saturday morning and for the first time in a long time it's beautifully quiet. My boys are both at school, at Saturday school, and my husband is out for a really long bike ride. So I am going to go and really enjoy a lovely run this morning, but I'm also going to treat myself to one of my favourite breakfasts afterwards. And it takes a little time to create the batter and rest. So that's what I'm going to do now. Then I'm going to go for my run and then I'm going to come back. And this is the first, is it the first? No, this is one of the first recordings in our new hot topic of mindfulness. So I'm going to show you how you can eat these pancakes, because I'm cooking pancakes, mindfully with two different toppings, and then you can sit and use your different senses to enjoy them. But first off, before I go for my run, I am going to create the batter that needs to rest while I'm doing my run. So first of all, you're going to need, so this is enough for one, so this is just me, you can double up, and as always, I will put the recipe cards out in the Heal Yourself Happy Hub so you can get all of the different measurements. But for me, just for today, I'm going to do 100 grams of almond flour, so ground almonds, 100 grams, okay, 100 grams of almond flour. We're going to put in half a teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, I haven't got a teaspoon, so I'll just a little bit. Half a teaspoon of baking powder in there. We're going to have the next bit is to do the wet ingredients. So just put that to one side for a second. Oh, and Purdy's getting up. Hello, Purd. In here, I've got 90 mils of milk. So I'm using almond milk, but you can use whichever milk or nut milk you like, or even oat milk, but you just need some milk in here. And then 1 egg. So I am using the happy eggs because I really like happy eggs. Just mix these together. Lovely yellow yolks. So mix that together, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put the whisked eggs and milk into the dry ingredients, just slowly to form the beginnings of a batter. Okay, I'll put that in there. So make a nice smooth paste. Right, obviously Purdy is barking because she's seen somebody through the window, or she wants to come on a run with me. She's telling me it's time to go because it really is. Right, so I have whisked that together to form. Now it makes quite a nice mixture. Can you see? It's just a nice consistency. I'm going to pop that in my fridge. Then I'm going to go for my run. And when I get back, I'm going to show you how you can make these pancakes really quickly. They are my favourite treat that you can have because the almonds are quite sweet and they just go nice and crunchy on the outside. I'm going to show you the two different toppings and you can decide which one you like best. I'll see you soon. Right, so I'm back from my run. I've had a little bit of a breather, and now I'm going to show you how to cook these amazing almond pancakes. So in my non-stick copper pan, I've just put about a teaspoon of coconut oil, and I've let that melt. Now this is a little bit of a trial and error because I'm going to have to move backwards and forwards between my hot and my colder plate, but I would suggest about medium heat is probably what you want to cook on these. You want to sear them, but then you also want to cook them all the way through. So as I said, it's a little bit of a trial and error, probably about 1 to 2 minutes on each side. So we've got our almond mixture that's been in the fridge now for me for about an hour because I've been faffing around and going for a run. So what I'm going to do is take a nice big dollop of, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons of this lovely mixture and make a pancakey round. I think you can probably just about see that. And then I'm going to have 2 today. So just dollop those in. Now there's enough mixture here for another 2 or 1, which I can have tomorrow or maybe later if I'm still hungry, but you can keep that in the fridge for up to about 24 hours. So even if you double up the mixture, it'll last you for a couple of days or it can feed you and the family. Now my boys love these pancakes, so it's really good for them as well because it's got all those lovely almonds in, which are good sources of protein, good sources of tryptophan, so those are our happy hormones, so really good. So as I said, you're going to need these probably for a couple of minutes on either side, and I might have to switch backwards and forwards between these two so that they don't burn, but so that they cook all the way through. And I will come back on the video when they're done because I don't think any of us want to stand and watch. Hello, right, so I've done that. As you can see, I slightly burnt mine. Whoops, but never mind, they're still going to taste just as good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two and I'm going to put them in my bowl here. And I want to show, I'm going to show you two different topics. Now the reason I'm doing that is because our current hot topic is all about mindfulness. And what I want to show you is how to eat mindfully and use that as a practice. Now, eating mindfully is really, really good for just bringing yourself into the present moment. But if you're also looking to lose weight, or if you're having issues with your digestion, then eating mindfully helps you slow down your eating. And what it does is it kickstarts all of the bodily functions. So your brain knows that you're eating, it fires up all of your digestive enzymes and your digestive system. So your brain has had time to tell your tummy that you're eating, and it's firing it up so it's working properly. So if you slow down your eating, your digestion is much better. Also, you probably don't eat as much, and that's why it helps in terms of weight loss. So we're going to eat these in two different ways. So I've got two different toppings. Now, one of them, I am going to add a little bit of full-fat Greek yogurt, because that's full of lots of healthy proteins and probiotics. So again, really good for tummy. So I'm just going to put a dollop of that on the one, like that. And then I've got some berries in here, so really good immunity boosting, antioxidants, low GI. So I'm going to put that on one. Sorry, can you see what I'm doing? Here we go. So I'm going to put those on this side of the plate. Now on the other side of the plate, I'm going to do something slightly different. So I'm going to put some banana. I've got some banana and my favourites, some pecans chopped up. And I'm going to put this on this side of the plate here. Over here, like that. Now, banana is a really great source of potassium, so very, very good for you for a post-workout, and I've just done a run. So really good for that. And potassium is really good for absorbing water as well. So that's great. Pecans also just a really good nut for you, so lots of nutrients in there. I'm also, on the banana and the pecan one, I'm going to put a little bit of a treat. So some maple syrup, organic maple syrup. Now just a little bit, by what I mean, just a little bit. So a little drizzle all over that one. Now that's going to be good. Now, my task now is to eat this mindfully. I'm going to sit down quietly and take my time. I'm going to use all of my senses. So I'm going to use, I'm going to have to do this right, I have to remember. So I'm going to use my nose and smell. I'm going to taste, obviously. I'm going to look, I'm going to see what I've got. I'm going to listen. Maybe there's going to be the crunch of the pecans, or maybe it's going to be the, oh, I don't know, anyway, we'll see when I do it. And then I also want you to have a think about how it tastes. And then that will determine which one is my favourite. Did I just use all the 5 senses? I've got myself a little bit lost. But anyway, use all your 5 senses while you're eating to slow yourself down. And why not tell me which one you like the best based on your mindful eating. So as I promised, all the recipe cards and the ingredients and the quantities will be up on the hub shortly after this video. And you can, if you're watching this through YouTube, then you can join the hub to get all of that information by going to my website, healyourselfhappy.com, and going to online membership and clicking on the link to pay your subscription to join us in the hub. I really hope you enjoy your breakfast or your post-run treat, and I'll see you all soon in my kitchen.